Hi, today's good person to know is Sonny Vu. He's founder and CEO of Misfit Wearables, a company he incorporated on the same day that Steve Jobs passed away on the 5th of October 2011, and so named the company in his honor. In this video, Sonny talks about Shine and the future of wearable technology, which he says is still in its infancy. Sonny and his team invented Shine, a non-intrusive waterproof device that looks like a watch, a coin-sized sensor that collects data on your physical activity and sleep. And because the battery lasts for between 4 and 5 months, you forget you're wearing it, which is ideal if you're an athlete or someone who's working out or training, because it records the real you, your habits and patterns, and not the fads that you go through. It's programmed to recognize the difference between most sports such as cycling, swimming, tennis and sleeping, and the device has proved to be so popular that they managed to get a second round of funding of over $15 million off the back of it. Sonny says the wearable tech market in the next 5 to 7 years will be game-changing because devices will have to become dual purpose, so that if the primary function fails, it's so pretty or ingrained that you'll still want to wear it. He says about 5 years ago, wearable tech wasn't even on the horizon, but now everyone's talking about it and it's very much commonplace. But Sonny says there are still some substantially technological challenges facing the market, and that's power. He says because it's on your body, you can't plug it in. He also says other fundamental issues are usability and desirability. Do people actually physically want to wear it? Now, with regards to the future, Sonny says things that are important to you will be the future, such as your keys and your wallet, purses for ladies, because they're tied to our identity and security. So that's definitely food for thought. I hope for all you techies out there, you find this video informative and that it definitely gives you some insight as to how you should be developing your next product. So I hope you enjoy it and thank you for watching.
So we had raised some venture financing, altogether at that time over $8 million for another project. Internally we call it Project Mars, which was intended to be a fairly revolutionary wearable product. Which we were going to release earlier last year, but with the Shine's launch, things have just really changed. We just saw how the market was taking off, so we were opportunistic at the time. We ended up launching Shine and did really well on Indiegogo, the crowdfunding platform, and then we got into the Apple Store. And then there are a lot of players in the fitness and tracking space, approximately 50 to 60 players. 50 to 60 products at least, and then maybe it's more like 40 companies or so. But to say that the wearables market is saturated is utterly. It's like the analogy we were just talking about outside was, it's like we're in 1997 and people are saying the internet is really saturated. There's so many .com companies out there. There's so many websites. It's ridiculous. So I think we're quite early. It's still very 1.0. I mean, all we can barely do is track stuff, steps and heart rate. There's, those are hardly game-changing applications. And I do believe in the next 5 to 7 years we will see some of those game-changing applications. There's kind of two sides to it. One is having having a secondary function or something that you would use even if it wasn't working. Okay, so that was kind of something I mentioned earlier, was our internal bar at Misfit has always been, let's design something so desirable, so beautiful that you might actually still wear it even if it wasn't working. And it's kind of an audacious thing to attempt, but and I don't think we're there yet with Shine, but I think we're getting closer. The wearability is a big deal. It has to be thin, it has to be comfortable, beautiful, and there's a desirability aspects to it, which is around branding and messaging and how the products are presented. So that's like, getting it on people's bodies first. We always say that, there's nothing more useless than a really accurate sensor that you don't wear, because the accuracy of that is zero, right? So let's get people to actually wear it first, and I think by getting people addicted to it, because it's just easy and comfortable, I think that's where it's one. On the other side is just having an overall experience that is meaningful, where it actually does something that is profoundly significant to your life. Activity tracking is a great first step, in terms of inspiring people to be more active. I think the biggest change has been when we added social, and because for a while I was wearing it and I just kind of forgot about it. It's one aspect of my relationship with the product, and I think what we've seen in other users is that people just forgot that they were wearing it. So we've had people literally wearing Shine for 4 to 5 months straight without taking it off. They shower with it, swim with it, sleep with it, they do all sorts of things with the Shine on. And I think that's been a delight to see, and I think for people it's a delight because they see a continuous graph of data that's interesting. That's like 4 or 5 months long. Many people have never seen that before because they forget to charge a product, whatever, or they take it off, forget to put it on, and they have gaps in their data. But having 3, 4, 5 months of data that's continuous, pretty interesting. You can actually see some patterns that are quite significant. But the other part of it is when we did have the social feature in it, because we're seeing people taking screenshots of their app and tweeting to each other and said, okay, we got to make sure that we enable social. That actually really boosted the engagement level because now they were competing against each other. Fitness can be kind of boring, but to the extent that we want to gamify and socialize it, that's really, I think that's an obvious secret. Yeah. The hype and buzz is nice because it brings spotlight on something that, if you think about it, like 4 or 5 years ago was unimaginable. We were just talking about this earlier, and like if we said in 2009, we're going to have wearable technology in a few years, and that's going to be a big deal, and everybody's going to be talking about it. I don't know if I can believe that. It just seems so odd, it's wearing technology seems so invasive, but now it's common. However, I do believe that the hype cycle is, I don't know if it's getting ahead of itself or not, but there are some substantial technical challenges that the wearables world is facing and is going to continue to face that other eras in computation have not had to face. But one thing that wearables is constrained by that the others are not is that because it's on your body, you can't plug stuff in. Okay, so power is by far one of the largest elephants in the room, and it is also by far one of the most non-Moore's law-like trends. If you take a 2032 battery, the little coin cell battery that powers the Shine, it has 225 milliamp hours of energy in it. 10 years ago, that battery probably had 180, and 5 years from now, I'm guessing it's going to have 260, meaning it's very flat. And so there's going to have to be, that is going to be a huge constraint over the next several years because I don't really see giant leaps in battery technology coming. And at least, like I said, the next 3 to 5 years, who knows, I really hope I'm wrong. Usability testing. Is it usable? Yes, it's usable. Is it wearable? Yes, it's wearable. But the real question is, do people want to wear it? Okay, do people want to use it? Maybe we should be talking about wantability instead of usability or wearability. Like, yeah, you can wear it. I can wear a lot of things. I can wear my laptop device, on my back, right? But it's really this desirability, which is a kind of a larger thing. So the short answer is I don't actually think things are all that wearable because materials choices. We see a lot of pictures of things that are curved. And what I've been saying is just because something's curved doesn't mean it's flexible. Okay? And so flexibility and thinness, I think, are very important. When I think about the things that I would turn around for, my wallet is definitely one of my keys, my wallet, right? And both of them are somehow very tied to identity and payments and security, And so I think there's something there.